Hey guys, it's Hollywood Studios here, and we are back at Great Adventure. Today is Saturday, August 10th, and I haven't been here in a bit because, for those of you who are unaware, I was just on a road trip going up to Canada, did Six Flags Great Escape, Seabreeze, Darien Lake, Canada's Wonderland, and did Niagara Falls as well. So content from that will be rolling out. The Great Escape video is already out, but I wanted to come back to Great Adventure as soon as I could, check out everything that is new, also check on some things I've heard about Flash. We're going to take a closer look at that in the other video that came out before this, so watch that if you're looking exclusively for Flash stuff. But I want to check on log flume. From what I understand, water has been filled inside the pool right by the entrance of the ride, which is a really good sign. So we're going to see what else is new here at Great Adventure when we go inside. First update is that over here where the VIP meeting tent used to be is gone. They just have the supports left from it, but otherwise it is completely disassembled. So while wandering the park for a bit, we ran into a whole bunch of people. We found Dashawn, John, and Johnny. Welcome, guys. We're gonna head over to the other side of the park towards Best of the West. Probably gonna get a bite to eat there. And of course, check on the log flume progress for you guys. It sounds like it's getting really close to opening. So let's go check it out. All right, guys, we have some exciting progress over here at log flume. The wall is down. And we see that there's a sign that says this ride is closed today. So that means we are definitely getting close to the opening of the ride. You can also see that gap at the top of the lift hill is gone. They have filled it in. And of course, like I said, there's the sign. So we're getting close. And there is now water filling the entire pool over here, which is an excellent sign. Like I said, we are nearing the completion of this project. I know it took a little while, but they wanted to do it right. They wanted to make sure this ride is going to last a very long time. And I think everything they've done will definitely allow for that. They don't have the belt in quite yet for the lift hill, but that can be done pretty quickly, I'd imagine. And over here in the station, looks like pretty much all of the wood decking is done. They do still have some pieces back there in the further back area of the deck, but otherwise all done. There's the log that's been sitting in here for a while as well. They're also testing these little water blasters that are on the bridge. They're doing it right now, as you can see, which is awesome. I'm glad those are gonna be making a return. You can see the pool isn't fully filled. It's getting there though, for sure. And then we go over the bridge over here to Best of the West. You can see that this pool still has a lot of water to go until this one is filled, and they're rapid fire testing the squirter down here. But like I said, we're very close. The fence is even down right over here, and the new photo system has been implemented. You can see right there, they have the pom vom set up, ready to go. So I imagine that means there might be a new camera up. Yes, there is. You can see up there that little black camera off the side and the one on the top. Those are the new pom vom cameras. So this will have an on-ride video, it looks like, which is awesome. So it will not be very long at all until we are seeing boats come flying down here. We're gonna take a look from the backside of Best of the West too to see if there's anything new, but I don't think there's really anything to see back there since it's pretty much all done. And here at Best of the West, they also have a new specialty alcohol drink, the caramel lemon hard cider, with all of those ingredients. And on the other side, I'll walk around and show you, they also have what looks like a new non-alcoholic beverage. They got rid of the fish bowl, and now they have the caramel apple sucker with Minute Maid lemonade, apple butter, all that stuff for $8.99. Definitely come check this out if you're looking for some specialty drinks. All right, over here in the back, not really much has changed. There is a lift back there, and there are still two tents up right there. I did see employees earlier over there. Otherwise, everything looks pretty much complete. This is the most crowded I've seen Best of the West in years. There's so many people in here. Looks like there are workers up there right now working on getting that conveyor belt ready to go too. As it turns out, while I was away in Canada, there was some really bad weather here, so I know the park was completely empty on a lot of days because it was just rainy, basically storms and hurricanes passing through. But that is all done now, and it is a Saturday, of course, but the park is looking really packed. I mean, I've never seen a line like that for Best of the West in years. So the fact that that's that crowded tells me the whole park must be absolutely jam-packed. It looks like Toro might be down right now. I think they actually might be transferring a train off, judging off the position B train is in over there. So that line will probably increase, but I wasn't really planning to get on many rides here. I just wanted to come check out everything new. So I am gonna hang a right up here to go check on the progress of some new Fright Fest stuff going on by Toro. So the last time I was here, you were able to walk through all of Fiesta games, but now you can see it's been totally blocked off by this fence, and behind the fence, you can very clearly see there are walls being put up. So it looks like the whole Fright Fest maze is gonna take up not only just Fiesta games, but probably this old restaurant right here as well, considering the fact that it's pretty much connected to this whole construction zone. The windows are blacked out, so you really can't tell, but I imagine that is probably what's going on. And I do hear a ton of work. Oh yeah, there's work being done on the maze over there as well, but this is blocked off right here. So I imagine the entrance to this maze will probably be somewhere in this general area and will take up this whole space. It's a really nice space. I imagine this will probably be an IP maze. And then there's the other maze over there that we're gonna take a look at from back here. You can see a new structure is being erected back there, very similar to the one over by Justice League. If I had to guess, that's probably gonna be another IP maze. I don't believe it will be Saw again. Maybe Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think that'd be a nice spot for it, just judging off the area. But that will be there. And the reason I'm looking at it from over here and not over there is because the King Dakar El Toro pathway is currently closed as they're preparing for Fright Fest Extreme. So you have to use Wild Walkway to go between the two attractions. You can see that little temporary fence. So this will reopen probably in a couple weeks time once they get the facades built for Fright Fest Extreme. But you can see those are going up very quickly right there. And of course this one's already indoor, so there's not really much they need to do other than just retrofit the space. And there's another nice look. This is, if I had to guess, probably going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just makes the most sense. A pretty big spot for it as well. Then over on this side of the shortcut, they just put up the giant fence right here, and again direct you over to the Wild Walkway for El Toro. So we tried to get on Cobb, but it's got a bit of a line, so we're gonna come back later, more than likely. And then over here we have the Pavilion that we've been watching for a little while. This one's definitely the furthest along of all of them. This one is right next to Retro Bar. Again, Park has not announced what mazes will be where, but as soon as they do, I will let you guys all know which ones will be which. But this one's in a really good spot, so I imagine they'll probably use one of the more well-known, popular IPs because they have so much more room to work with. And as we come around the corner, you'll see that concrete has been poured on the pad. And there we go. Concrete is all poured and dried. It looks fantastic. It's a really big space as well. And they have plenty of space for the queue back there if they want to do that. I imagine the entrance will probably be somewhere up here in the corner. So again, this is really exciting to see. And I imagine there's also gonna be a larger fence going up to kind of block off this area a little better. But this is gonna be great for the future because the Fright Fest mazes will be able to be indoors. They're gonna get a head start on getting them ready. So everything will be ready to go on opening day of Fright Fest for years to come, which I think is gonna be great. Very smart move by the park. And this pavilion right here is absolutely massive, great size. I see a sign over there that says welcome Great Adventure alumni, so maybe they're having some kind of an event over there. We're gonna go for a ride on Justice League. So we just got off of Justice League and they made a really weird change to it. So as you guys know, that first room, or may not know, that first room has kind of gone back and forth on the graphic they use. There's two different versions. There's one with Harley Quinn where the Star Labs sign is on the top right. And then the other one where it's basically inverted and removes Harley Quinn, but the Star Labs sign is then on the top left. And they have reverted it back to the latter. So now there's no more Harley Quinn. And it's definitely interesting. Caught me completely off guard. The accuracy isn't really any different. It's not necessarily much better or worse. It's around the same, but that little change definitely affected my score a little bit. It was a little lower because I wasn't expecting it, but otherwise, it was fun as always. Johnny, how was your ride on Justice League?
Very interesting with those inverted screens.
Threw you off, right? Yeah. John?
It was fun. It was great. We had fun. A new screen, sort of.
Sort of. Now we're gonna see what the line for tonight. Oh, never mind. I see it already. It is way back. Just deserved to skip the line, but I have to wait like a good minute or so, which I really wish that wasn't the case because I just came from Canada's Wonderland, of course, which is a legacy Cedar Fair park, and the way they do Fastlane, in my opinion, is so much better. You're just given a wristband, scan it at the ride entrance, and you're in. You don't have to wait around or anything, which in my opinion, if you're already paying for Flash Fest or you have your skips that you've earned, you shouldn't have to wait any longer than just going up and using it. It's like Roaring Rapids also has a pretty sizable line, so it's a pretty crowded day at the park all across the board. Just did Nitro in the back row. I grayed out hard. How was that?
Love Nitro. One of my favorite coasters here. So smooth, floater. Love it. Perfect.
Johnny?
Amazing ride today.
Absolutely. And we rode A-Train. A-Train is definitely noticeably slower, but still very intense in that helix. So coming from Canada's Wonderland back to Great Adventure, one thing I am really missing from that park are the refill stations. They have freestyle locations all over the park, and all of them are dedicated just for drinks. So you go up, scan, get your cup, fill up, and that's it. You barely wait in a line. I really do wish Great Adventure would add some of those because they help a lot with not getting dehydrated on a day like today where it's kind of hot, because you kind of have to wait in a bit of a line. So hopefully with the merger, we'll see more of those come across the board. Now it is time to use a skip for giant wheel. Oh, unfortunately, it just went down. So we'll have to come back later. Well, on the bright side, we do get to watch a little bit of Six Flags kind of day. We just got off of Toro. Johnny, how was Toro?
Awesome, as always.
Love
Dashawn?
it. Never disappoints me. I love that ride.
So something that I'm sure some of you might have heard about on connoisseurs is that there's kind of a new rule at Toro that may affect you if you're a smaller or larger rider. So basically the rule is that the lap bar must be touching your lap. Essentially, it can't touch your stomach. It has to touch your thigh. And they're being fairly strict about it as well. So I have seen a couple of smaller riders who, of course, are tall enough for the ride, but the verifier for the restraint doesn't actually go low enough to accommodate them with following that rule. So they have had to get kicked off, which I think is really unfortunate. You know, that's what the park decided. Whether it was the park, corporate, I don't really know, but I do know that it is in place. There aren't any signs up for it yet, but you can see the operators are having to do it. It definitely has slowed down operations quite a bit, unfortunately. So overall, I do think it's kind of a net negative. But that is what they've decided to do. Maybe they'll rescind it one day, but just be aware of that when you come to ride Toro next. Now we are going to attempt to get on King Dakar. Pretty decent sized line. We are using one of our skips though. We just got off of King Dakar. We were able to get a ride. It actually moved pretty quickly. Flash pass went fast. And it looks like most of those lockers are working now, so there's not really that issue anymore. And it was running really good. How was King Dakar?
Awesome. Hoping for the rollback one day.
Oh, one day.
I am too, hopefully. I love King Dakar. It's one of my favorite rides here. Top ride.
It was good. It was fun. Hopefully get a rollback soon. Hopefully, maybe.
And also at the time of filming this, we just found out that legacy memberships like the Diamond Elite VIP, you can purchase the All Park Passport add-on that allows you to access Cedar Fair Park. So yes, that means that you can actually attend Cedar Point with your Six Flags Diamond Elite VIP membership. We never thought the day would come, but it happens January 6, 2025. Now we're gonna give Giant Wheel another attempt. So new rule on Giant Wheel, you cannot have your drinks with you anymore. I'm assuming it's because a guest decided to do something stupid. That's usually why these rules go into place, but just keep in mind you do have to leave it at the bottom before you get on the ride.
Okay, it's going to do well.
Got some nice views up on the Giant Wheel. Now I think we're gonna try to get on the Devil. So we just got off of Jersey Devil and we used Flash Pass because we had skips, and the way that the lockers are functioning lately really isn't all that great. They keep kind of getting jammed, and believe me, I appreciate the fact that there's free lockers, but I'm hoping they can figure out the kinks with these because they keep kind of getting stuck locked, or there's some that aren't working. Thankfully, there weren't too many people using Flash Pass, so we were able to get it sorted out. But again, I do appreciate the fact that they're free, but I hope they work them out. Otherwise, though, the ride was running fantastic, super fast. How was Jersey Devil?
It was fine today. Like it.
Yes.
Love this ride. Smooth, wild for me, but really fun.
Absolutely wild. Definitely, I don't know why people give it so much hate. In my opinion, second best coaster in the park for sure. Just came and got my snack here at Rita's, and it is great as always. So that is gonna do it for my visit here to Great Adventure following the big Canada trip. It's definitely interesting to come back after visiting so many other parks, see what's different, what's the same, what's better, what's worse. Definitely a lot to observe, but it was a good time nonetheless. Got on the big four coasters plus Giant Wheel, and that's all I really could ask for. How was your visit today at Great Adventure?
A+ all the way. Love it. Had a great time. All the rides. Always having fun. Big smiles and laughs. I love you guys.
Definitely. Johnny?
Well, it's not a big having you guys. Can't say more enough for that.
And John.
It was a fun time. Been here since opening, and just fun hanging out with all you guys and riding all the rides.
Absolutely. With all that being said, guys, just gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.